of Honor.
I'm Kevin Kelly alongside my broadcast partner, former Ring of Honor World Champion Nigel McGuinness. Road Rage Edition, Day 1, Showdown in the Sun. 2 big matches here in the hour, Nigel. What an extravaganza we have.
In this hour, bitter enemies, El Generico, Kevin Steen, last man standing match. Pro wrestling legend Lance Storm takes on Mike Bennett in a battle for respect. And of course, we'll have highlights from that triple threat match for the Ring of Honor World title.
Right now, let's go to some comments from the prodigy, Mike Bennett.
If I may use the cliche, the time is now, the time for talking is over, the time for being serious, Lance Storm, has come to an end. See, you dragged me and Maria off the beaches of Fort Lauderdale, and now we are here. We went back and forth. You wrote a letter, I said some things, you said some things, but tonight, now is the time for you to shut this mouth. But that's not what's gonna happen, Lance. Tonight, the only thing that's getting shut down is your career.
Bennett is confident, maybe even overconfident. The tail of the tape shows both Bennett 6 feet even. Storm will bring a 16-pound weight advantage, but this one is all about age and honor. Storm, 16 years the prodigy senior. Can he teach Bennett the meaning of the Code of Honor? The first subplot, will there be adherence to the Code of Honor? You know Storm will do it. Bennett shakes hands like he's shaking hands with a fan.
I can't hear what he's saying, but I'm telling he's telling him now.
Yeah, Storm yanked him in and said, you're going to shake my hand, it looked like it.
I was asking Bennett earlier, I said to him, you know, think of all the experience that Storm's got. I mean, you know, are you worried about the experience difference? He said, not at all. He said, Storm's so old, even his memory's in black and white.
Well, that's the prodigy for you. You know, you made the point before, something that Bennett has talked about in recent days, that he feels that Lance Storm isn't coming back to Ring of Honor to teach the prodigy some respect. He thinks that it's about Lance Storm wanting to reclaim some past glory, wanting to get back in Ring of Honor full time and to win over the hottest rising star in ROH is the way to do it.
I mean, that's what he sees himself as the biggest superstar in Ring of Honor.
Well, but what about the fact that Maria and her relationship with Mike Bennett?
Oh, you got to call a spade, you know. She, a lot of the times, you know, I'll put over how beautiful she is, but she's smart too. She sees dollar signs in the prodigy. She's been to the very top in this business. She has a lot of experience, and she thinks she can help Bennett get to the top here in Ring of Honor and make some of that moolah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So, very that now. The spring is there from Storm. Pulls him over the arm drag.
Yeah, he's still got it.
Yeah, he certainly does.
Yeah, very much so. He took, you know, in the back before you. Oh, wait a second, look at the outside here.
Oh, look at this, you coward. How dare you?
Very smart. Did you see that?
Yeah, Storm wasn't going to play that game.
True veteran who just got back in the ring, said, get back in the ring with me. Because he's not phased. He's been around a lot of beautiful women in his time in the wrestling business. And as a side note, he actually trained Maria Kanellis when she was down there in OVW.
Yes, Kanellis, yes. And we have now the prodigy rolling back in. And Lance, of course, you know, competed in this very building. He had a lovely woman at his side as well.
Oh, yeah, he did.
So there was, so I'm sure it's got to be a little bit of deja vu as the hammerlock down reversed. Fireman's carry.
Muscled him over, yeah.
Certainly did.
I don't know, you know, like if I'm Lance Storm, yes, you know, he's in great shape and you know, fantastic job to come in here looking like this. But if I'm Lance Storm, I'm trying to beat him early because even he has to know the longer this goes, the more it favours Bennett. Agree or not?
I totally agree with you. You know, and Lance Storm, who's taking the arm now with Bennett, you know, he spends a lot of time in the gym, spends a lot of time wrestling training as well. But Nigel, you know, there's nothing like being in active competition to truly test your conditioning.
Yeah, you can't change it, you can't make a difference, absolutely, you know. And you know, I'll talk from a personal experience here. I lost the Ring of Honor World title to Jerry Lynn, a guy who a lot of people said was past his prime. He got the job done, you know. And I think I took him lightly, and that's definitely an error.
Well, certainly, Prodigy Mike Bennett has not made light of the fact that Storm, he feels, is old, he's past his prime. I mean, he's 2.5 years removed from his last match here at Ring of Honor.
Well, he said he came in to prove something, to teach this young punk a lesson. Thus far, he's done it. Prove something to me.
But we know that Bennett has found ways to extricate himself from difficult positions, and this is one that he's in right now.
There we go, right back to the hammerlock. Applying pressure there. What a wonderful display of skilled wrestling we're seeing here, you know.
Shoulders are down now.
He's not trying to beat him up. He's not trying to punch him in the face. He's trying to out-wrestle him, because that's what it says. Ring of Honor wrestling.
Well, and that's it. Can the science of professional wrestling defy Father Time? And I think that's what Lance Storm, he prided himself on it throughout his career. That's exactly what he was. And that's what we're seeing here.
We've seen it in a lot of times, haven't we? We saw it with Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. We saw how ultimately Ric Flair just couldn't get the job done when it came down to it. We've seen it with Randy Couture as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, all the technique in the world, all the heart in the world. Up against a guy like Brock Lesnar, job done.
All right, so now Bennett to knock down the shoulder tackle. Gets up high for the drop kick right in the face.
43 years old, got as high as a guy half his age.
Yeah, that was great right there. Back on the left arm. Tenacious attack on the arm of Mike Bennett.
It's interesting, I don't know why, you know, obviously the half crab is very famous for that maneuver. You would think he'd maybe try and work the back or the lower leg, but maybe he just had the opportunity to work the arm, so you go what's presented.
Now Bennett sweeps the leg and pulls Storm to the outside. Now on the floor, right hand. Storm drills Bennett, rolls him back in. Look at the way the Prodigy shoves Todd Sinclair in the way. Neckbreaker with Storm exposed.
There you go, and a big clap from Maria. Not often you get the clap from her.
Cover. Going right after. Over the top, straight right hand to the prefrontal lobe of Lance Storm.
And I do wonder, as I mentioned before, about Maria. Yes, she's a beautiful woman, but she is smart. And a lot of people don't realize just how smart she is. She was trained by Lance, so she's got an instinct, an insight into how he wrestles, into how he thinks.
And she knows a lot about wrestling. She's very skilled and knows exactly what to do, and has worked diligently, not just with Bennett on his burgeoning Hollywood career, but also making sure that his wrestling training with Brutal Bob is exactly right. And Brutal Bob, conspicuous by his absence tonight, not here in the Sunshine State. Oh, wait a minute.
Up to a 9 count. It's a 20 count here in Ring of Honor. Smart move by Lance, throws him back in.
Oh, but you saw how quick the Prodigy was. We've got to take a commercial break. Storm versus Bennett continues when we come back. Stay with us. Ring of Honor returns to Toronto with the biggest event ever that ROH has presented there on Saturday, May the 12th at 7:30 at the Ted Reeve Arena. It's Border Wars, and it's live on pay-per-view. Go to ROHWrestling.com for information on how you can see Border Wars. It's Kevin Steen's opportunity at the world title. He'll go one-on-one for the gold against Davey Richards. We also will see a fight without honor. Wrestling's greatest tag team against my guests this time, the Briscoes. And gentlemen, I guess there may be no other way to settle it.
Hey, you heard what the man said, a fight without honor. That's our specialty right there. We was born to fight without honor. What you tell them, Jacob? What you think? Yeah, that's right. Them boys got to be out their comfort zone in a fight without honor. Y'all ain't seen the footage? Yeah, I jump off a truck. Yeah, this man bleed gallons at a time. Shoot, y'all boys gonna get hurt in Canada.
We'll find out what happens, fans, on Saturday, May the 12th. Ring of Honor presents Border Wars, and you need to see it. Live as it happens on pay-per-view. Go to ROHWrestling.com for information. We're back on Ring of Honor Wrestling with Lance Storm versus the Prodigy. Mike Bennett still in action. Here we go, box office smash. Nails him. And that will do it. 2, no!
Wow, kicks out of the box office slam.
I can't believe it. Lance Storm kicked out.
And take a look at him now. He's almost unable to drag his shoulder off the mat. Took absolutely everything he had. Oh, look at this.
Now
No!
going for the half crab, but you...
See Storm there grabbing the leg, preventing him to turn it over.
Super kick scores! Cover! 2, now!
Storm now sucking it up.
He is.
Tried for that single leg.
Spear right in the midsection. 2.
Lance Storm there going for that single leg. He drops down, grabs your leg on the way through. Oh my God.
So Lance Nigel, focus on the ring.
I'm focusing.
Yeah, you're looking at Maria.
I'm thinking of a different ring. Hold on. Sorry.
Think about what the Prodigy has put Lance Storm through. First, it was the spine buster, then the box office smash, then that spear going right to the midsection, going right to the ribs, right to where that wind goes.
Ask him. There it is. Drop toe hold.
Here we go.
Single leg. He's got it. Just like that, tweaking the knee. He's setting it up like a true veteran. I mentioned earlier he's working the... He's setting up...
Dragon screw leg whip.
Maria beside herself. She knows how much danger Mike Bennett's in now.
Look at how Bennett is on his back, but is able to pull himself